Good morning, y'all. A little bit different attire today. I'll get to the story in just a moment. Let me get the camera set up. Ooh, we had a good morning this morning, y'all. I'm not even joking. We had to get up early because we had a reporter come to interview Kiddo and our family about his experiences with Great Lakes Learning Academy. And I told her everything about why we picked the online school route for him after the first year of junior high when we lived in the South, because I just wanted to feel safe for Kiddo. And at first I was like a lot of people were skeptical of online schools, but not only did they win me over, but they had a lot to offer Kiddo. Not only learning at his pace, one-on-one guidance, a full IEP team with physical, group, and speech therapy. It was just a great experience. So I did not mind giving a testimonial along with Kiddo. And he talked about the invasive genus of lake fish, which really got the lady smiling and stuff, because Kiddo wants to be a marine and natural biologist for, you know, lake and ocean life. And, you know, I think that when you have people that care about your kids' education, and it's not just about taking tests for funding, your kid can go so far. And they can socialize. There are groups and everything. The graduation was amazing. I still gotta figure out how to edit the footage we took in June, because I was recording everything and crying like a baby, watching my baby get his diploma. But a lot of people don't realize that while I'm not going to knock brick and mortar schools, because there are some good ones out there still, this was a great alternative for us. And being able to do that interview was just really nice. So we got up a bit early, got everybody ready. The lady came, sat at the table, just asked us questions, we answered them. Kiddo talked about his passion. She took a picture of him holding his diploma, and that's it. It was really nice. I was prepared though, because you never know. There's not a lot of people that look like us up here. And she asked some really nice questions about how we like the town. It's a really nice town. It really is. I like it out here. It's peaceful. It's quiet. You don't have to go too far to hit a park with a trail walk, even though we do like going to the next town over, because that's where my husband grew up. But when I say that it's really nice here, and she doesn't even live that far from us, you know? And I just think that the way things fell in line for my family, things happen for a reason, and it feels good. It feels good when you put in the work. Just like I told Kiddo, you put in the work and you got your diploma. You're going to put in your work and get your next diploma, and then you'll be able to study the stuff you want to study and focus on it. But a lot of people don't believe in putting in the work. You know who I'm alluding to. I listened to some of Classic Heifer from Hot Wasabi while I was getting ready. Just completely shocked, but not really, by the level of audacity of the psychopath that continuously harassed the guy that was not interested in her, and then tried to sick her chat on him, but says, oh, those communities, those reactor communities do that. No, not all of us, not the people I associate with. We just sit and talk shit about you, Heifer. But I thought it was hilarious that they got her yet again with a dirty kitchen, piles of garbage, just completely acting like a nut over a man who, in her own words, wasn't worth it. But she brings him up in Kuwait now too, constantly. So you have to ask yourself, why do you watch us, Chantal? Another thing I seen this morning, before I clicked on Hot Wasabi, was one of your nasty sock accounts, and you can't deny that you have sock accounts. That's why the whole Pondue thing keeps going on. It's hilarious. Attacking Bad Seed and talking about her son that passed away, there is not a low enough for you. You are a very warped person, to the point where a cup that says you're amazing from a complete stranger who's trying to get you to buy more donuts literally made your day. And I would feel sorry if it was anybody else but you. But then you go and you do shit like this. You go and you watch us and you blame other people for featuring us. But no, it's you watching us. You use our vernacular. You use our talking points. Or you allow people in your beezer who watch us to use our talking point. It's funny how I said, if you really wanted to make money, Slav, you would unprivate a lot of them classic videos. And she's like, I don't think it'll make you any money. The heck it wouldn't. You were a disgusting mess back then. And it's not like we want to see it, because we don't really need you to see it. A lot of clip channels have them on the ready to prove it. But the fact that you're mad at people making money off your content, as you say, when you weren't even smart enough to keep that content up and make them coins, that's a you problem. That's not a us problem. That is your bad business sense. And I think it's hilarious that you get mad at reaction channels who literally have to have the personality. And I didn't get to finish Pulpy because it jumped right over to him after Hot Wasabi, but he said it himself. There are a plethora of people who comment on you, ALR, Glitter and Lasers, Rosie in Florida, Pink Glitter, I don't even know who that is. You know, I seen Mash did a couple of things on her when she was making like really unseasoned food to try to go on a health thing, and then I don't know if she changed her mind or not. I haven't kept up with that lady. Schnee, if you're Hannibal, or Denise, or some of them e-baggers. There are plenty of commentators and reactors to people who put their lives chronically online. Your problem is that some of us understand that the point of any of this is to interact, to have communities that we enjoy chatting and that enjoy our banter and our comments and our reactions to your content. You said that, well, I couldn't do it. You can sit for 3 hours with either food or ceiling while your man plays terribly on that fucking cat keyboard. And this is one of the many reasons why I can't watch you directly, because I love the editors that cut that bullshit out. But you can't sit and react because you know you can't go and insult without being stupid, without being racist, without going for visible stuff that, like I said, I show on my flaws because I've lived and I want to show people that I'm not ashamed. When I get to the goal weight that I'm willing to get to, which will probably be after what we're planning, yeah, I will look into, especially getting the fronts corrected with actual implants, so I don't have to worry about popping them out and putting them in water like some of my great aunties did. But that's my time. And I love that you think that it's a gotcha for me to attack my face and my teeth and everything else. But honey, I'm 7 years older than you. And I can do this for 30 minutes. Can you? No. You can't even swim for more than a second, and I'm being generous saying that waddling you did. And when we told you, because I know you watch this reaction channel, nobody asked you to swim. We know you really can. You need to walk. It'll lessen the tension. You need to walk. It'll help your joints and build that stamina in the water. You just don't want to hear it. It's coming from haters, so they must not know what they're talking about. It's coming from haters. They just want to mock me with their weight loss, which I don't care about you. My weight loss is for me. I'm completely selfish in this shit. I wanted things done. I wanted to keep mobility. I wanted to keep my health in check, internally and mentally, and that is why I started doing this. It had fuck all to do with you because it was ongoing even before I started really commenting on Girl World shit. But you love, as an undiagnosed narcissist, to think everything everybody does is just about you. And I love the line that you and your buddy from Oklahoma like to parrot now. I guess you have found a new binky to soothe your hurt feelings. Well, they could never get views without our content. And I'll admit, my content jumped up talking about you, and you definitely did me a solid talking shit, getting me over 3K with your nonsense. But people came for the clapbacks, and they stayed for the shit I say about you, about Anna, about Amber, about anybody I want to cover. Some of them have even popped over to the Twitch uploads that I do about politics. Because I'm not going to lie to people. I'm not going to tell people, oh guys, I'm a weight loss channel, ignore bad antics. No, when people see me putting in the effort, they know she's not lying about what she's doing. You're not going to get mukbangs out of me. I think those are fucking disgusting. You're not going to get my family being trotted out like fucking props every time to prove that I'm happy. Because people can see by the way I carry myself, by the way I act, that I'm content. I think that it's funny that the woman that literally has to flash her bought bitch to the world to prove that she's desirable does stuff like this.
I want to keep the receipt for that bitch too.
He's so crazy. But it's just, it's mind-boggling to me the way you treat yourself and the way you think that you're proving yourself to people who don't care. We're just here to have fun with what you put out as content. And if you had been smart, you could have played into it. If you've been smart, you would have realized that's a symbiotic relationship. Even your bestie in Oklahoma, why they got this long ass ad? No thank you, YouTube. I don't play poker. Oh my gosh, skip. But she goes around trying to get reactors numbers. I can't wait for Saturday because this shit's crazy. Poor Jordy. All he wants to do is comment on these chicks' lives, and now he's at stalkers trying to get his phone number and shit. What is wrong with y'all? To asking Zachary Michaels to squad up for them on Fortnite? We know you girls are lonely. We know you girls form relationships quick with anybody who says something sweet to you. But you were so afraid of actual friendships with substance. People that will really hold you accountable for your antics and can call you out on your shit. And I'm listening to you guys real life right now because he's another talented. I like his music and everything. And I think a lot of us reactions to Amber have the same kind of mindset that everybody in the drama is just a fucking mess. Just a bunch of grown women that catch feelings way too quick. Try to like top each other and who can be the most messy. But ALR, you are the hoe in whole records. And the whole idea of your best friend doing this for attention and stuff, y'all are all chronically online. So honestly, I'm not going to hate on Alexis getting that bag. I'm just saying that if you be friends with her, you need to be careful. Because she likes dropping them receipts, she likes dropping that tea, and there is no loyalty in these YouTube streets with these heifers. I just think it's hilarious that they go on putting all this shit online, putting their life online, getting mad at reaction channels who are even nice to them. I don't understand Amber's problem with Karina Kaboom at all. Karina has made it clear. She doesn't mock Amber for the obvious. She just reports on Amber's antics and actions and when Amber's lying, which is almost all the fucking time. She is very nice to ALR. And ALR watches her because there's a soundbite that Karina uses every once in a while about how, oh, Karina Kaboom's going to use this as her opening. So instead of being fake, Chantel, about who you watch, why don't you try just to sit back, continue the free promotion that a lot of us give you, and stop trying to control the narrative? Because I think that's the problem you have with us. That even though we do direct sight to you, whether it's people on Twitter or people directly on YouTube commenting on you, you want us to kiss your ass. You want us to watch your content where you literally ate fast food for breakfast, a platter of home-cooked stuff, a struggle egg sandwich, snacks you did not need, and just a lot of shit you knew you wasn't supposed to be doing as an untreated, because the insulin you get from Salat's sister does not count, type 2 diabetic. You want us to forget the years of awful you put in that's documented. You want to say, I got a boring life now, guys, as I get up and jump on the couch. As I buy 5X from Temu and try to say that I lost 40 pounds and I'm in the 30s, guys. Why don't you believe me? Even though I got a history of literally lying to people for years. If it was anybody else on YouTube, I'd feel bad for them. I would. I'd totally be like, this person's lonely. This person needs friends. Let's not hate. Let's not feel anything but pity for them. But you don't want pity either. You just want everybody to believe that you're just living this best life. And you've been talking lately about luxury and, you know, what you would do with certain money, and it always ties back to food. Oh, I would buy designer drinks and I wouldn't even think about it. Not, I would get a place that's all mine in my name, make sure that everything's taken care of for my family, and then help the people around me and help beyond myself. No, none of that from Chantel. She thinks giving the extra 50 cents on her, whatever the equivalent of DoorDash is in Kuwait, is charity. And she's just like so many of the other ones. Oh, I helped my friend out when she was in need. I gave her $100 for Christmas, and she was struggling. I knew it. Like, I just don't even understand people that do stuff like that. You'll never hear about the gifts I give to friends, because that's tacky and gross and shows a lack of home training. You will never see me exposing DMs of people that DM me, because like I said, even though it was gaming journalism briefly, I just believe that the stuff people say in confidence, for me, I don't like outing it. Even as a gotcha, because if I've learned anything about people online, the fakes always rise. That mask always slips. These people always show you who they are. So I don't need to show private stuff that people do. I learned that on Twitter early on. Because people would send me DMs of shit people said and people did. And it's like, okay, all I had to do was wait. People get hubristic online, especially as those following numbers go up. Especially as people like gas them up and tell them how great they are every day. With sociopaths, it's just like, okay, I'm really not, so I don't take it to heart. But there's always those people like they just get in their head that they're untouchable, and then they start acting the fucking fool. They start acting like they got a whole mob of people that will just attack for them, and they get out of pocket. And when they get out of pocket, they leave so many tells without even having to go to DM. So for me, and I'm not knocking those who do it, because it's your life, do what you want. I just have my own code about that. I always just wait. It doesn't take long. People show you who they are. People show you that they can't handle stuff on their own. People will show you that they need a group of people to attack because they can't do it. They're not built for it, as they say. And I think it's sad, because honestly, clique mentality should leave when you graduate high school. Clique mentality shouldn't be in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. Because some people feel better in a gang than they do on their own mental 2 feet. They can't handle that people like other people, whether you like them or not. They can't be mature enough to let people enjoy what they enjoy without gatekeeping. I don't play that fucking shit. I like who I like. I like people who like people I don't like, clearly don't like. But I'm not their mama. I'm not their boss. I don't pay their bills. So I am not going to tell them, oh, you listen to this person that I really can't stand? I'm not going to fuck with you. The only rule I've ever had to that was current beezers. I just do not understand how you support what Chantel's doing to herself. And I know she makes it hard, because any kind of dissension, any kind of concern is met with anger and getting you blocked and banned. But those of you who will sit in her live for 3 hours, encouraging her to eat more after she had that overly sugared water from Dunkin' and a box of fucking donut holes? Are you kidding me? And you're the ones she calls loyal. You're the ones she calls her army. You're the ones that will watch her as her health continues to rapidly decline. And I know she's being defiant that, oh, I'm going to go on this trip and you guys are going to be surprised. And the fashions that she's picking for this trip is just, wow. And I'm pretty sure I heard her on Popey say that Temu goes up to 8X. And it's like, even at my fattest, I did not want to know what an 8X clothes looked like or even if it fit. But to her, saying that they go up to an 8X, if it was anybody but you, Chantal, I'd feel bad. Because we know you've given up. We know you think, since you hit 40, 7 years ago, and I'm still going. But you seem to think that hitting 40 means standing the road. You have nothing else to give. Your youth is gone. You threw away a lot of stuff in Canada, including paying your taxes. And that, because of that, there's nothing on. All you have is your one true love, which is takeout. And I can tell you that there's a lot of us broads, I like using the word broads, I'm Gen X, that after 40, we realize there's a lot that we can do, there's a lot that we want to do, and there's nobody to fucking stop us, because there's no fucks left to give. Like, we had spent years doing things the way the system wanted us to, with jobs and just our biological stuff. We did it their way, and now that we're older enough to be here, yet still young enough to enjoy life, we're saying, nah, fuck that. My way. And that normally works when you're doing stuff to better yourself. You're doing my way. Watch me self-destruct. Watch me pick sugar and carbs and big massive amounts of food that don't even make you feel full anymore. You literally ate chicken fries, a sandwich, and hash browns, and that said, I'm still hungry, and pulled out a chicken burger. I do not fucking understand at all how you function anymore. And the amount of times you get tired now and have to lay down after should be concerning, but I know it's not. Wow. Amber acting like a victim. I can't believe I have to listen to this again, but I subject myself to it because I'm trying to get ideas for Saturday, who I'm going to cover, since Foodie seems to think that we can't do stuff without you. And when I did the large majority last week at Amber, it was more fun than covering you. I will say, I got that apathetic Fox video ready for one half of the troll duo, because she's already out there trying to lie too, which only helps elevate Amber's message that, see, they're all just clout chasers, they all just use me and stuff. So way to go there, Brittany, I think your name is. She's sitting here, the woman was a therapist and she did this to me. And at first it was like, yeah, so who cares about her profession? The troll was bad, but you still chased her wife. So now you're literally lying and apathetic facts talked you out on that shit. Why do these people do this? I am not against people getting that bad, making their channels. It's their life. There are always going to be people that might be interested in what they have to say. But when you start lying from the fucking get, you're no better than the heifer you were trying to trap out there and, I guess, humiliate. FYI, Amber Lynn, unlike Foodie, has said she has narcissistic tendencies and has called herself a narcissist. A little tip about narcissists: they don't have shame. They don't care. Even if you had outed her for chasing your wife and everything she did in chasing your wife, she's never going to feel what you think she's going to feel. It's all an act. Every bit of attention, good, bad, and in between, for these narcs like her and the Kuwaiti heifer who's undiagnosed, is a good thing. They don't give a fuck. And I wish I could get that through to people that think, well, no, I could pretend for years to be down with them and then get all the tea I want. Even if they give it to you, they don't care. Heifer knows that both heifers actually know there are archives of their shit. Both heifers know that Mr. Snowflake has made multi-part docuseries on them. They'll pretend that they'll hate him as they watch, as they send their sock accounts into his comments threatening. They are not hiding from the commentary on them. They're embracing it because they love attention. They're as addicted to attention as they are food. And I just want people to remember that. I'm not going to stop you if you want to be sad, violent music. Thank you. You guys got to realize that is perfect. But I'm telling you right now, these girls act. And they're not great actresses, but they will definitely act like they're hurt by people not liking them and people bullying them and people fat shaming them. And I can tell you there have been plenty of us fat reactors online, whether we're exercising, whether we're showing you actual weight loss like James Brightner, whether they stay behind the avatar and just use their snarky, sassy personalities. There are plenty of people in girl world of all shapes and sizes that can see the bullshit that these girls put out as their content for what it is. And it's like trash TV. I don't know if some of you are old enough for those memories. Whenever I could stay home from school, when I wasn't feeling well, my mom or my grandmother had those shows on with Jerry Springer, Ricky Lake, Sally Jesse Raphael, Donahue, with Cheaters and all those other shows and Maury, oh my God, Maury, that would just spark the worst in society for coins. You girls are our Jerry Springer. And then they would move on to court shows like the divorce court or fraternity court. My mom would sit in front of TV, and probably still does, for hours watching shows like that. For me, when I have the time, or when I want it in the background, or as I'm exercising, I'll put on recaps of the girl stuff. Because it really does keep me focused on doing what I got to do, and make me damn glad that during my messy times 20 years ago, there wasn't fucking YouTube. Because a lot of people got famous just being in denial about their health, in denial about what they need to fucking do to keep this shit together. And I'm glad that I got to pretty much raise my son without that influence too. Because a lot of family vloggers, there's only one I like, Diane and Korea, that really exploit their kids too. So it was just like, you know, it was easy for me to set boundaries early on about being online, what I'm willing to show online, and what I'm willing to do content-wise online. I don't mind sweating it out for 30 minutes, shooting my yap about different topics, but I don't think you all need to know everything I do in a day. I know Heifer's like, well, why don't you show what you eat in a day? I've shown pictures of the cream of wheat and banana that I have most mornings for breakfast, because with the dietitian's recommendation, at least one egg dish for breakfast for the vitamin D, because it helps absorb calcium a week. And even then, you would think my portion size is an appetizer for you, honey. You could never do what you need to do to reduce your caloric intake, get some actual activity in, so that you can start seeing actual results. Instead, you want to think everybody's just like you. Everybody gets fat off of fast food. Some of us don't live near fast food places, I'm sorry to say. So we have to cook for ourselves. And we have to be smart in what we put in ourselves. That's why I've been growing my own produce. It is everything. It's a combination of stuff. What you eat, how you expend what you eat, and a solid routine when you get enough sleep. I was on Hannibal's panel last night until almost 1. And we talked a lot of good subjects about people on assistance and the stigmas. And then we moved on to a mother who was very neglectful of her kids, up to how I left part in talking about the fact that people have this weird idea that you have to be a certain age to still have kids, be a mom, and the work that I put in to make that happen for me and my partner. You know, and I said it, and I mean it. The people are going to always have opinions about what anybody does. You don't have to let it get to you unless it strikes a nerve. A lot of these people aren't paying your bills. They don't live in your house. They don't even fucking know you. So you do you. I think too many people think that if I say it and people mock it, I've got to change it. And that's just not my mindset. I want to be a mom again. I think that all the stuff that I did for kiddo, I can do for another child. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I finally have a partner worth it. So, yeah. I enjoy giving these commentaries. I enjoy being on panels. I just enjoy life. And I think that that separates a lot of us from the heifers. But I am going to go relax. Got to probably clean up again because I shouldn't have exercised the street clothes. But like I said, we did that interview. It was really nice. I can't wait to read the interview in the newspaper. She recorded us as well. So, you know, it was really fun. And I'm really glad that we got to do stuff like that. But I'm going to go cool down. I hope you have a lovely Thursday. See some of you in people's chats when I can. And you have a great day.